And you,
I think it's probably to keep her on till.
Only make sure you're getting them okay.
all the meeting work.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Opposed, say nay. Minutes approved. Communications.
So yesterday we had Easy Cog Housing. It was Tracy Achenbach's last meeting. So we approved it, got everything done. Then we had ice cream from Yahtzee's or Yutzie's or whatever it is. Not Yuppies.
Yachty's.
Yuppies. It was good ice cream. So, and then regular Easy Cog board meeting yesterday. Then we had a retirement party for Tracy afterwards down at the New Boat District. So,
What did you ask if that was an ice cream place?
what? Yeah, oh yeah, there's two places called Parlor City something.
Yeah, there are. There's Parlor City Ice Cream, and we went biking there on Monday, and they were saying.
So I looked at this, I got the wrong one first, I mean, don't go to that one.
Yes, two very different places.
Yeah,
He's not great with directions, but.
didn't have my voice thing turned on. That didn't help. Guess I got Kevin about lost and injured down in downtown Cedar Rapids.
I had ICCD on Wednesday. Not a whole lot to discuss, a little bit about the golf fundraiser. And then, the main topic was about grant writing, and right now we hire out some of the grant writing, some of the bigger ones. And it's kind of expensive, but honestly, like the grant writing is taking so much of Laura's time, so we wanna set a policy going forward of when we delegate it out and how much money we wanna spend and, that kind of thing. But other than that, it wasn't anything too crazy.
I don't have anything.
I had the meeting Friday and most of it was 2 closed sessions, one for the Hardin County litigation and the other one's for possible litigation of an incident that happened in the facility. If there were closed sessions, I really can't say nothing about them here, but, so probably a good idea if we have another light agenda on the end of June. I should probably go to that meeting again, probably.
Is there a golf course up there or something?
I know.
I wouldn't have time anyhow. But, and then, I did meet with the environmental director yesterday and went to visit a constituent about a septic system, and, that went well. And we just met with the contractor. The owner was going out the door as we showed up, and, I think she was, like that supervisor was there, because she said that she will be contacting me, so I said, well, my email and phone number are on the website, so I don't, just an indication, like, I don't know if she was happy with how things are progressing, so we'll see how that goes. That's all I had.
Getting that, I talked to you about the little roof thing at the county home, that's 90% done now. He's supposed to finish today, forgot some corner pieces. There's an issue with Becky with insurance. So I gotta figure that out, is in order for her to get I'm going to say this as best I can, to get a contract, I forget which one it is to hold people, they need to have proof of insurance on July 1st. We don't get proof of insurance until we pay it. We pay on July 1st. So there's a snap through there for just a couple days of how do we get that done? Because I know we won't get insurance until after we do next year's budget.
And honestly, those go out until July 14th.
Yeah, so I mean, we can't get the proof of insurance until, so I'm trying to get the Willis, I got that call yesterday afternoon. That's all I had. Oh, then the county home, the county guys are gonna go out to this Russian elm trees growing on the backside of the lagoon. They went out there with supposed to have a skid loader and a bush hog and grind them off. I think that's all I got.
And hopefully spray it.
No, they're not, they said they're too big to spray right already. So they want to grind them down.
Yeah, then spray them after they grind them.
Well, they want to wait to stumps. Yeah, I don't know when they sprayed the stumps. Russian olives, he says they're hard to kill.
Yeah, trust it. Yeah, like fighting them all the time.
Okay. Jennifer, there was no liquor licenses.
There is, I
didn't see it.
Fireside Winery and shoot for the Amana Society.
Transfer around.
Yep.
Is there?
I'll make a motion to approve the liquor license.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Liquor license is approved.
Thank you.
EasyCog, transit purchase and service contract.
Tim's office said yes. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Fair contract with the county home. I think I talked to you last week, that's just a change in wording, of which entity is paying for it. I'll make a motion to have the chair sign that.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Donation of leave policy and amendment to sheriff's handbook regarding working hours. So there's two different items to be discussed if you want.
Should we start with the donation of leave?
Yep, and what I believe is, what we discussed is following state policy, which you can donate your vacation time.
But it extends it to immediate family members as
And
well.
it extends it to the immediate family member. So you can be gone for an immediate family member. Questions, concerns?
Ayler's office said we should, they gave us a copy of it, and so I'll make a motion that we do it.
And it's actually in there what is considered immediate family too.
Yeah, they did everything that the state has, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll second that way for it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
Can you tell me what you want that motion, how you want it to read?
To approve the, let's see what it is. Sorry, I meant to email you back the other day and I totally forgot.
Donation of leave or something.
Yeah, let me make sure I have it right. Donated leave for catastrophic illness of employees. Or their immediate family members. Do you need a copy, like a paper copy of it?
Oh, yeah, do you want to email
Yeah, or do you want this?
it? Yeah.
I don't need it.
Perfect, thank you.
And here's the new forms, I guess I should do one too. So now we have the handbook amendment.
Slow a little bit.
Yeah.
Never see a cop.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't really have an opinion one way or the other on this one. I think if, with him being a department head, he can schedule his employees however he wants anyways, so.
He's doing it with other people, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's not being used for one individual person or incident, I have no problem with it.
Right.
So is there a motion to approve the sheriff
I'll make-
extending to 12-hour shifts?
I'll make a motion to extend the sheriff's handbook to read to 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, or just the amendment to the
Yeah. and then-
concerning.
And I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. And but when you got Kristen, the 20th? So the 20th, we have to do our best. We don't want to have a meeting
I'm okay with that.
because we're, no staff. There'll only be one person here.
What day is that?
The 20th. I wouldn't write that down. You want to sit here by yourself?
Well, I could have my own meeting like I did for whatever, Black or Good Friday.
Is there anything that people want to put on for next week's agenda that we're aware of as of now?
There was something I was thinking about earlier. What was it? Has anybody read the changes to the landfill?
No, I haven't seen them.
I did not.
I thought he sent them to
He
me.
did send it. I went through some of it, but not a lot.
I started to read some of it. Was it changed or was that the original one asking if?
I think it
we
had
wanted to make changes?
revisions. I'm pretty sure it had revisions.
It had some revisions to it, look like some of it was like redact, or like
Mhm.
crossed out.
I wonder if next week we shouldn't put it on the agenda to have us all read it and then suggest what we think needs taken out.
Changed or need taken out.
Yep, that's fine.
So maybe put on the agenda for next week, proposed landfill ordinance.
Consideration.
Kevin, did you get an email of this? Because I didn't see it anywhere.
Yeah.
Was it to all of us?
I don't think so. That's why I printed it off for everybody.
I'll email them.
Well, can you forward that back to me, Pam?
I sure can.
For some reason I can't find it. Do we have to whisper? Okay, so me being naive, which one am I?
You're the ICOT, I assume. Unless she signs, I would think you sign her top.
Does anyone else need the revised edition?
let me look.
I need to print it off, otherwise I don't read it right.
That would have came from,
It came
Yours.
from, yeah, so.
I'm including you anyways, so you'll have it.
yeah, send it to us. Well, there's, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it in now. You said you had stuff crossed out on yours?
Now all of a sudden it's not, I thought it was, but it's not on
This
this.
is, I have this other one here, this agreement, you want me to
I
just.
know, but I don't see anything
hand deliver
crossed
this
out.
back to them, or do you have to make copies of this?
All, it's not on mine now.
You probably
Maybe
should.
I,
I
maybe
only
I
tried
saw
to
something
put
else.
it in their file, and then do you want me to email it to you,
I
or do you
swear I
want
thought there was
to
one
change
that
the
had some
original?
stuff crossed
Well,
out.
when you get the original, I can,
Maybe I'm green.
I'm not for sure which person to.
I'll either
I wish you
put it
would,
in your
though, that
mail
way I would
next
know
week, or
which-
you can stop.
Yeah, what was gone on this?
You know what I mean? No big deal.
These are big done, good hour then.
Pretty well out, we'll look at them.
Boy, sure wish my dust control was done. I get all kinds of, I'm getting all the pellet trucks going by my house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you call your dust control people?
No?
They were released weeks ago. Call them, tell them you're upset.
I'm gonna call my county engineer first.
You can't do it.
Does he?
Yeah, I don't have a sprayer.
Talk to your supervisor. Oh,
Yeah.
Then I figured out why they're going down the road, because they're getting all the rock out of Keswick.
Yeah.
So they're going around that way. Hopefully they get by my house, I'll go the other, some other way.
Well, yeah.
So they don't bust the road up on that, they just put the rock on top of it.
So we've done them all.
That's that's how they always done it.
That's how we've always done
It takes a rock, doesn't it?
it. Yeah. Yep, hopefully it's a good bond breaker then.
Yeah, on this email, Kevin.
All right, the first thing we have is we have a request for a stop sign at the intersection of 190th and A diagonal. There's a resolution on top and some pictures behind. And the warrant, I think, is behind it too. One 90th is, it's rock right there, but then it turns into what will be, and it intersects A diagonal at like a 45-degree angle.
There's not one there now.
There's no stop sign, no, there's a T ahead sign, which is just as good by code, but,
but it didn't work. Like I said, somebody just blew right through it in front of somebody, so I got the call.
yeah, I mean, it's your guys' decision. There are lots of T ahead or yield signs or uncontrolled intersections, but with it being a 45, I.
Did we ever do the speed limit over the county line?
Yeah, I sent it off to Johnson County then.
Oh,
I haven't heard anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and start speaking it up next week.
okay. I just thought the other one would remind me.
Here's the next resolution. I'll start with.
Yeah. It won't hurt anything, probably.
There's not a ton of traffic on that anyway. I mean, I would think,
Shouldn't be hardly any.
yeah.
And if you're coming up to a T, you should stop.
Anyway. But. We need a motion for that.
Yeah, we need a resolution. What's the resolution in this?
2025-05-30A.
I'll make a motion to approve that resolution.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
All right, this next one is for a speed limit resolution on F Avenue. There's some. Let me just try that one. So F Avenue. Between 148th and 212. Right at the intersection of F and 148th, there's just like a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. Just one. I can't find why it's there. There's no others. So I'm just gonna have you guys do a resolution there that just makes that speed limit. We're gonna take down the 45. We're gonna take it down and just have it follow Iowa code.
Couldn't find out why it was replaced. Huh?
It's been there forever, and I've driven by it a few times, always being like, I don't know why that's there. But finally, the other day, I drove down.
So wait, so we're passing a resolution to remove the speed limit?
Well,
The-
essentially, yeah. I wouldn't, yeah.
Maybe somebody stole one of our signs and put it in there.
Yeah.
It could be. I really don't know.
Right here. So this is to make it official that there isn't one there.
Yeah, then we'll just go back to state code 321 something. That, it's,
Is that where that church is in, or was it church?
there's a church clear up on 212. Yeah, maybe at F and 148th. I don't know if that was a church on the west side there. Then goes to a dirt road for a little while.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number
2025-05-30B.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Resolution approved.
Okay, and then the last thing I have is you guys want to reduce the speed limit reduce the level of service on A Avenue. That's on the north side of Victor, on the side of the river there. So you can reduce level of services either by ordinance or resolution. I find the resolution to be a little bit easier. There's in the code and advice, kind of conflicting stuff, but usually for a resolution, you don't have to have a public hearing. But in the sample resolution that the state gives, they have public hearings. So I say we just go ahead and set a public hearing for this.
probably needs to be 21 days in advance, so we need to publish it.
According to the state code here,
I guess I didn't bring.
it's 4 to 20 days.
Okay.
So I think if you do it for June 13th,
But it wouldn't be in until Tuesday, so that'd be It'd be 8,
Yeah, and I think,
but that's if we got it. Do you have a proposed hearing notice prepared already?
top sheet there.
We don't plan on meeting the 20th as of right now.
Do you think we could, you wouldn't know about the other paper?
Which paper? About,
Because we'd have to put it in, well, I guess we'd have to put it in all 3.
is the ad deadline like Friday? Is the ad deadline like today?
I think so.
Yeah, so, yeah, you'd have to email Tammy, so she could get it in Wednesday.
She could get it in next Wednesday, and that'd be 8 days.
I would honestly, I think let's just go for the 27th, just to, we're not in a hurry. That way we don't have any issues in case it doesn't get published, even if they say it can.
Okay. I won't be here that day, but I don't think that you need me.
What you guys think?
Yeah, don't know.
I hate ramrodding the notifications and then,
Right?
Snafu.
yeah.
Right, if it doesn't. Yeah, it's fine.
Not less than 4, no more than 20.
So we'll have to have it in the week of the 10th and 11th paper then, right? Yeah. We couldn't do it in next week's paper. We'll have to put it in the week of the 10th and 11th.
So the public hearing you want for when?
27th.
7th?
There you go. Chris?
Just say 9:15.
Mm-hmm.
9:15.
So that has to go to the Hometown Current, the Pioneer Republican, and the JT, right?
Are all 3 your official newspapers?
Mm-hmm. That's why everything costs so much money. And posted down below, correct?
And in the courthouse.
Yeah.
Should just do a resolution and look how far out.
This is easier.
Yeah. All right, V52, they're getting the chokestone layer down.
Oh,
Yeah, we need a motion to set that date.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for the reduction of level of maintenance to Service B on A Avenue for June 27th at 9:15 a.m.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion approved.
Being that it's already a level B, I do not intend to send out certified letters to the nearby owners. It's already treated like a level B. Okay, V52, we're putting down the chokestone layer. So by the plans, they should have that chokestone layer covered up within 72 hours. Which would be start paving base tomorrow and Saturday. Well, I don't know what happened in their scheduling, but they can't start till Monday now. So, I would like to embargo the road for 10 ton from 275th down to the Millersburg corner for over the weekend, so they can just start paving. That way, if something goes wrong, they will have a crew out there Saturday putting down rock, but if something goes wrong, people just start hauling truckloads and truckloads, and something goes wrong on Sunday, we don't have a problem. So I just like to keep a bunch of the heavy trucks off of there just for the weekend.
Chris, keep your trucks off.
Yeah.
So now I'll just all go by my house. Makes sense.
Did you wish you had dust control?
Yeah, check that control. Got yours?
No.
I think it'll be Vince and Steven or something not sprayed so far.
That's who I have.
No, I see they did it.
They haven't cashed my check yet though, so hopefully they got everything.
I think I'm not gonna steal a flag after a meeting. I get flag.
We'll give you 2.
Thanks, bud.
Are they worth more than $2.99?
No.
So yeah, I'll probably put those up just to keep everything safe over the weekend. The box culvert we're backfilling, and the other projects are still on hold. Our guys have been out grading and maintaining their roads, doing a little bit of ditching too, and working on the box culvert. LP bids were sent out, we ordered some culverts, getting bids for other things, and we've just been dealing with that chokestone layer, because that's kind of the main thing this week. 265th, that new seal coat, I don't think it's quite down yet, but we did have, this is, it goes out to the new seal coat on 265th, without using names there. I did have an earth moving company, they're gonna work in the fields around there late summer. And he was pretty adamant that he's gonna unload on the roads and it'll probably tear up the road. And that road does not belong to whoever pays for the seal coat. He's a taxpayer too. So, just to give you guys a heads up, sounds like there's already a little bit of a.
Well, that's I guess the doesn't mean that it's gone, that it's approved to go ahead and allow it. I don't remember us ever making a motion for the seal coat. Did we?
I don't know if you had to make a motion, but we talked about it.
You just made it as a dust control thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
But if it's a dust control thing, can we embargo it?
Yeah, I don't know if, we can embargo it for sure, because we can embargo any road. This one, usually we make them kind of like dust controls. I don't know, he's returned and sent back the paperwork, and we talked about it a few weeks ago. Yeah, you might have been gone that week, but we're gonna roll ahead with it.
Cause there was the concern about not embargoing it and then it gets damaged, but then there's also concerns about embargoing it and people not being able to get to their fields or their cattle or things like that.
Yeah, and
Where did that ever shake out?
so I know I had talked to the landowner out there, the person paying for the seal coat, and he said, don't worry about the whole cattle thing. They don't haul. Apparently, what we were talking about the prior week with the concerns really wasn't a concern for this individual. We move forward with it and we'll figure out the embargo stuff next year, see how it kind of looks and stuff,
But this earth move, they're allowed to unload on
I told him he's gonna have to
Gravel.
go into the field, and well, I can't go into the field this, and that's when it's not his road, it's my road too, I'm a taxpayer and everything else, so.
but are they allowed to unload on like a normal gravel road?
On a normal gravel road probably, because I think the spikes or whatever, it doesn't really cause any sort of trouble, and on a paved road, they pull off on the shoulder and do it. And
But there's really no shoulder, if he's got to unload it there.
Do the people who are doing the road, do they have to fix the driveways?
I gotta get a hold of Helen yet to have him talk to him about how, since the road up, since the roads. I tried earlier this week, couldn't get a hold of him.
I didn't look, did they get Parnell done?
Yep.
I didn't look yesterday.
And then the driveways that he wants to turn into, they're too narrow.
No, it was too steep,
Oh, that's too
and
narrow to
also
make the
there
turn.
wasn't enough room in the field because of the crops, stuff like that. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably tell him that he can go on the road, but I gotta be there, just to oversee everything.
Make them put tires down.
Yeah, and he's like, that's not gonna stop it, I said, I'm not worried about scuffs, right? You can scuff up the road,
You can rip it up.
but don't rip it up.
Yeah, that person's in contact with you.
What'd you say?
Talk to me.
Thank you.
Talk to you, and the guy, I didn't know if it was truly legal, if you can block the road or put stuff on the road or not. if there's,
But I mean,
Everyone does it all the time.
I know everyone does it, but I don't know if it's legal.
but if it's treated like dust control, I mean, if somebody has dust control in front of their house and someone unloads the excavator, I mean, is that treated the same way on their dust control? I guess is I mean, if it's allowed everywhere else, I think it should be allowed on that road, but personally.
Well, we only have like 3 other people that use it as dust control, right?
Right.
And it's only in front of their house.
Right, so you never had this issue.
So we don't usually have an issue like that.
Yeah, I suppose.
And in the future, we probably will not like treat it as dust control because the other road that goes around, I'm just talking to my state maps. My state maps, they're labeled as a seal coat road. I
Yeah.
will probably do this one on the state map as a seal
Seal
coat
coat.
road too.
So why are we treating it like dust control now if it's gonna be treated like seal coat later?
I mean, we're treating it like it's a seal coat. We just,
But don't we normally approve that?
I remember. We don't approve they did the other ones. Not that I remember ever.
and you guys, like, we talked about it numerous times. I don't know if it's a road change or anything, because seal coat's not technically qualified as like a paved road. I mean, I can look into it, but
Does that change, this is very minor, does that change anything on your funding, like what you paid on amount of gravel roads and paved roads and
all I know is that seal coats aren't really always treated as
paved?
paved.
Okay.
They're not held to the same standards.
I know in my neighborhood, there's a road that's maintained by landowner. So, I mean, I haven't been here as long, but I don't think we've ever approved anything on that. Because they're just down there putting the surface down the other day.
If you guys do wanna,
Cause I thought I mean, do we have like a maintenance agreement and all that in place, like that they're gonna pay for all the maintenance? And
If it, and then, well, then if they don't, if it gets potholed, they don't fix it, we have the right to tear it all out. It's still our road.
And that's signed by you and them?
mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep, in the file.
Can I get a copy of that?
Mhm.
So you're gonna talk to the construction guy then, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them I wanna be there. It's just like scuffs it, on the surface, that's fine. But if it starts tearing it up, it's not. The person that pays for the road, it's not his road, it's our road, secondary roads.
Right.
So I will,
It's kind of not anything different than people unloading on the road in the fall,
Right.
If your equipment's driving on it, it won't hurt the road, will it? Like if they unloaded in another driveway and then drove over to where they need to go.
it depends what the tires are, how hot it is, I suppose, If the tires got big spikes,
The excavators and tracks.
It's the turns.
Gloves, turns, when you turn,
Yeah,
you
the
break.
turns that are bad on
But, yeah,
but if you take them like an
if he's got an
excavator and they're going straight and they just slightly turn, you can kind of scuff up the road, but it's just cosmetic.
The excavators are more like on a pad, and it's the dozer that's got the tracks.
Well, anything with tracks, if you just turn and it scuffs it up, that's not.
Right, I'm just saying, the excavator's not really gonna put the damage on it, the dozer's kind of nature.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not. And it might have been another tile.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say, are they tiling it? Cause that's a bigger animal yet.
And that one's got bad spikes.
well, and it was the track one or wheel one.
Oh, I didn't go through all.
Yeah.
It was more, when I was in the field, this is my road. So, I'm about to contact, I just wanted to let you guys know, because pretty adamant it was his road too. So I'm gonna hold Pelling for the driveways and call the excavating company and tell them I wanna be up there when it happens.
Yeah, I think as a taxpayer, if it's your property as well, you wouldn't want to damage it either, you know?
I don't know who this is, but I doubt they're intentionally doing it, but I just don't think they probably are happy with trying to have to pull in.
I'll carry your point.
Yeah.
That is all I have.
Nick, when you send me Word document of religion?
They should have this morning.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Two resolutions anyway.
And you can stick around.
Well, it says he is.
Okay. Main amount of parking concerns, consideration of changes for the parking of the buses. We discussed that, of putting, still allowing the buses to park there, but putting a time limit on.
As I discussed with you guys last week, I did go out and meet with Sandy and then talk to her daughter as well. And I think what really helped is I went and talked to the Visitors Bureau and they were gonna send out they got forward to you guys the information that they're sending out as far as what buses should be doing in the Amana area, so. I hope that does help out some. If we do put a restriction on it again, if there's a complaint, it's gotta be followed up on, so it's gotta be, sheriff's office needs to be notified. During special events, the sheriff has assured me they usually have a deputy close to that area during my especially Oktoberfest, but my fest may be something like this, what's going on this past weekend, you might not intentionally have somebody immediately there the whole time, but, so that's where I was up to, where our discussions were on that, so. The letter, did I send you that letter that the Visitors Bureau put out?
I don't think so.
They put out a letter.
But I'm not 100%.
It basically stated where bus parking should be. And it was what Sandy discussed down by the fest hall or whatever. But during festivals, that area might not be available. So I talked with the Visitors Bureau and I said, well, maybe there needs to be something amongst you people in Atlanta that says during festivals, they have a designated parking area off-site, unless a private lot wants to allow them to park in their own lot. But should alleviate that, and I didn't talk to her about times, but she put in her letter that there's a 15-minute time limit. She didn't say time limit, but she said 15-minute drop off and pickup point. At those 3 locations, and she also sent out a map and everything to these known bus companies. So hopefully they comply. Obviously, it's like anything, it might be good for the first period of time, and then maybe later on, they might need a reminder, so. But
So it's still up to me to police that then?
whoever, no, not just up to you, whoever wants to complain.
Okay, first of all, I appreciate you, I have a call, sorry.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming over and talking to the people and looking at it. Then what do I do about the big motor coaches towing their vehicles alongside and they park there?
And that's just a call to the sheriff's office. And don't feel like it's, your daughter mentioned that, well, that doesn't seem friendly, like if we're calling the sheriff on people. It's not gonna be a conflicting interaction. If people are adults and abide by the rules, it's just gonna be, sheriff's gonna come up, talk to them. It may take them more than 15 minutes to get there. But, at least if it's a bus driver, that's gonna get around the company, I think. And a lot of the bus drivers are probably the same drivers that come there if it's a bi-monthly scheduled thing or something like that. So I think we just have to move forward and work with it and try to adjust things if we need to adjust things if it's not working. I think it's a good starting point, so.
I think, I don't know, just thinking out loud, like, one of the keys would be maybe don't address them personally, like, go out there, like, you can't park here. if I were you and you see something going on, you just call it in. They're not gonna know who called them in, or the sheriff could be driving by and be like, yep, sorry, you can't be parking there. Does that make sense? I know it seems kind of petty to have to call the sheriff's office on someone.
And I showed John a picture that a week ago in this giant bus. I had a dozen people on the patio, I had a store full of people, and a bus parks out, came from the north and runs his diesel for over 90 minutes and blows exhaust on, people that are on the patio. And, I mean, that's not hospitable either,
it's
so
unacceptable.
not just that it blocks my business, but trying to, be accessible and be hospitable and run my business at the same time.
Yeah.
So I get it's tough, nobody's gonna, it's not gonna make everybody happy. One question I do have is, Rachi mentioned,
Bus unloading, loading only.
Yeah.
And then I'll put another, and whatever you guys decide for time, I can put another little sign underneath it that says
Time limit.
time, 20-minute
Right here.
max.
You sent me a picture of it.
I see it. Yeah.
And I think 15 minutes is.
That's what I
suitable.
agree.
That's what I would say. I'd say 15 minutes.
Yep.
For 15.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
I say 10.
We were at 20, we went down to 15, so we're in the middle already.
I could have asked for 5, but I didn't.
Let's just see how 15, and we work out if this helps.
We'll see how that works.
It won't work immediately, I'm sure, but it's gonna be a learning lesson for everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully between the letter and the discussion and the new sign.
It'd always be the bus drivers, that's the way we've always done it. Well, not anymore.
I know.
Yeah, and she was really acceptable to get something sent out. I was surprised she did it so quick. She did it that day.
I'm very surprised, just because they're in such a state of transition down there.
I think she's interim director right now.
She had for maybe a month or 6 weeks, but she's been working down there, but it just was made interim. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna have my head, but anyway, I appreciate it. We'll give it a try and I'll report back if it doesn't work.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Do we need to make a motion on the time then? Okay, official set of minutes.
Well, I don't know if, can we have that? I guess consideration changes.
Yeah.
I would say 15 minutes.
Figure.
I'll make a motion to approve the bus unloading and loading signs with 15-minute time limits.
Is there a second? I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. You'll get them ordered and
Yep, it'll take a little while.
Sort of custom
Get
signs.
ordered and brought in, but I'll go out and measure the existing parking signs. Well, we pulled some, so I'll measure those. We'll get the cedar around them, and then I'll get the little sign for underneath it that says the max.
I forwarded you that email.
so did I.
And that's, I think good work there, coordinating with all the Amana Society people too, that really.
Well, I think they all agreed that it shouldn't be there for more than 15 minutes.
That's good work. Good detective work.
Private investigator.
All right, you guys have a good weekend.
You do, yeah.
You too.
Nice job, Arnie.
Thanks, Otis.
Is there anything else that we want to consider at this moment?
We have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We are adjourned.